another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate your slide through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today, I wasn't planning to drop this EP, right? But I was scrolling through my timeline and I saw something that was extremely interesting to me, right? Now, it was extremely interesting to me because I was wondering exactly what was going on with Jerome Boots Ennis and, Showtime not having, combat sports anymore, right? And the whole time that the PBC, was on Showtime, they were saying that Jerome Boots Ennis wasn't with the PBC. He was with Showtime, not the PBC, right? So I was interested to wonder exactly what that would mean for Jerome Boots Ennis. So now what I'm guessing is that, Showtime basically just, let him out his contract and he's free to sign with whoever. Now, I'm saying that because I just ran across this footage of Eddie Hearn. This is recent footage now of Eddie Hearn saying that he has been talking to Jerome Boots Ennis about signing to Metro in Dazn, right? And I find that extremely interesting because I myself know that Conor Bean has been saying for some time that he'd be interested in fighting Jerome Boots Ennis. And I have been saying for some time that, I'd be interested in seeing Conor Bean fight Jerome Boots Ennis. And I think that make perfect sense for boxing, for where Jerome Boots Ennis is at, right? I think that will be, tremendous for, his profile, right? Give him a whole side with the UK. So Eddie Hearn is saying that he's talking to Jerome Boots Ennis about possibly signing to the zone. And I just think that opens up the door for that Conor Bean and Jerome Boots fighting that I've been talking about, for the longest, right? You can go to Conor Bean's Twitter right now. Like he called out Devin Haney not too long ago, at 140. But before then, it's multiple tweets of him saying that he'd be open to fighting Jerome Boots Ennis, right? But enough of that. I'm finna go and play the clip, for y'all to see because I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time with this junk. Hold on.
I need to take him home to Philadelphia. Start filling out stadiums there. But when you got a fight.
All right, this is Eddie Hearn. This is Eddie Hearn.
Jerome Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy, I think he could be pound for pound number one. He should be an American superstar. We've got a job to do, with Jerome Ennis. I need 12 months to build this kid into a superstar. I need to take him home to Philadelphia, start filling out stadiums there. But when you've got a fighter as good as that, it's so easy to put a plan together because he can beat everybody. Who is pushing the profile of Boots Ennis? Who is getting on the microphone? I mean, I'm pushing his profile just by talking about him. He's not even signed with us because I think he's brilliant.
So
Jerome Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy, I think he could be pound for pound number one. Jerome Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy, I think he could be pound for pound number one. Jerome Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy.
All right, so you got Eddie Hearn saying that he talking to Jerome Boots Ennis. If I'm Jerome Boots Ennis at this time, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. Jerome Boots Ennis going over there, with Eddie Hearn. Now, one thing about Eddie Hearn is Eddie Hearn be cutting them checks, and Eddie Hearn just said I need about 12 months, then I could turn Jerome Boots Ennis into a superstar. And I think what he means by that is, he'll give him a couple fights over there on his circuit, right? Because that kind of being fight, that's a big fight over there in the UK, right? Eddie Hearn go give, him that platform. That's one thing Eddie Hearn does, right? Richard Hitchens went over there and he's flourished, right? Montana Love got his big shot, right? Went over there, blew it, you know what I mean? Jesse Ben Rodriguez, fights on his own. But it's a few Shadasia Green, he just streamed good with the women. Now, he's had his flaws, but Eddie Hearn, he has I say this, he does good at paying his fighters and he does good at keeping his fighters active, right? And if you're a guy like Jerome Boots Ennis, that's exactly what you want. He has a big stable of fighters, right? So you never run out of people to fight. If he wants to push you, and he said it himself, he said with a guy like Jerome Boots Ennis, it'll be easy because nobody really can beat him. It'll be easy. Nobody really could beat him. You know what I mean? I'm about to play that jump for y'all one more. I'm about to play that thing for y'all one more time. You know what I mean? So y'all can hear him say it yourself. But I think if Jerome Booth Ennis, signs to the zone, right? I think there's one step closer to that kind of being in Jerome Booth Ennis fight that I myself want to see. And I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all really Jerome Booth Ennis fans, that's a perfect fight for Jerome Booth Ennis, right? Good fan value. That kind of being name holds a lot of weight over there in the UK. Kind of being in Boots to be able to sell that fight. I think him going to the zone actually do some good. It'll do more good for him than it will hurt him, right? Because you got to think, uh, the platform, of the zone. While it is on the app, they are able to keep consistent fights. You know what I mean? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Shout out my guy, Jared Fitz. My guy, Big Tex was good. Big Tex, TWT in the building. My guy DS, appreciate you sliding through this thing. DS, glad you can make it. Just wanted to run this by y'all real quick. I thought that it was interesting. I'm finna play the video again one more time so y'all can catch it. All right, so y'all can see. So y'all can see it for yourself.
Jaron Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy, I think he could be pound for pound number one. He should be an American superstar. We've got a job to do, with Jaron Ennis. I need 12 months to build this kid into a superstar. I need to take him home to Philadelphia, start filling out stadiums there. But when you've got a fighter as good as that, it's so easy to put a plan together because he can beat everybody. Who is pushing the profile of Boots Ennis? Who is getting on the microphone? I mean, I'm pushing his profile just by talking about him. He's not even signed with us because I think he's brilliant. Jaron Ennis is another.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times, y'all, I tell y'all this. A lot of times, y'all, when promoters and shit start talking like that, it probably means that they're pretty close to pulling something about it. Because if you can openly talk about talking to somebody, you know what I mean? And then they not come out and be like, hell no, that's false. If he can openly talk about it, that probably means that it's going good. You know what I mean? I think it'll be good. He said Boost on the Zone would be good for me. Facts, DS. You know what I mean? Overseas guy. It'll be good for Boost's profile. See what I'm saying? DS is from Australia. That'll be good for Boost's profile. We know him in America. You'll have him fighting in America in his hometown, right? Because Eddie said it. He said we're gonna put him in Philadelphia, have him sell out some stadiums there, right? We'll start there. He said he need a year. He better make him a star. So you gonna have him fighting in America in Philly, right? Packed crowd, getting the buzz going. First, you gotta start in the hometown, right? Getting the hometown buzz going, right? Getting the momentum going, and you'll have it earned on the zone to your people, overseas, everywhere. That's building the profile. I'm telling you, like he said, he'll need a year at the end of next year, right? Conor Benn versus Boots, damn near could be for a championship. You know what I mean? It damn near could be for a championship. Boots already is the IBF champion, so it will be for a championship. You know what I mean? Type deal. Boots is already the IBF champion. Like it could be for like unification. You know what I mean? Like what I mean? Because Conor Benn just had a fight in Miami. Conor Benn isn't cleared to fight in the UK, but he is cleared to fight in America. Right? So he could have his fights over. He just had a fight in Florida, right? You know what I mean? He just had him a fight in Florida. You know what I mean? But that fight, whether it's for a belt or it's not for a belt, but Jerome Boots Ennis is a champ, so it's going to be for a belt. You know what I mean? So now you got a belt attached to Conor Benn versus Jerome Boots Ennis. That's huge. That's big, and that's extremely big for the profile as well, right? And Conor Benn is looking for a fight right now. He said Chris Eubank Jr. right is taking his time signing and whatnot. Chris Eubank said it's because he's not sure if he can depend on Conor Benn to be able to fight. Given the situation, I'm not really sure what's Conor Benn, exact situation right now because he can fight in America, right? But he can't fight over there just yet. So I ain't really sure how they go. But I think Jerome Boots Ennis signing to the zone most definitely does more good than it does bad. You know what I mean?
Jaron Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy, I think he could be pound for pound number one. He should be an American superstar. We've got a job to do, with Jaron Ennis. I need 12 months to build this kid into a superstar. I need to take him home to Philadelphia, start filling out stadiums there. But when you've got a fighter as good as that, it's so easy to put a plan together because he can beat everybody. Who is pushing the profile of Boots Ennis? who he's getting on the microphone. I mean, I'm pushing his profile just by talking about him. I
Yeah,
don't
I
even,
mean,
he's not
so-
even signed with us because I think he's brilliant. Jerron Ennis is another guy we're talking to. Like this guy.
You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see exactly what happened with Jerome Booth. And if they kind of answer some questions for me, if they flag my video for showing that video right there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just come back and I'm gonna just do the audio. Right, I ain't gonna show the video because if they flag it because I had the Boost highlights, then I'm gonna come back and do that thing again. But I want y'all to hear that with y'all own, you know what I mean, ears and see with y'all own eyes. So y'all necessarily have to take my word for it. Now, Eddie Hearn, just be talking. I'm pretty sure that Jerome Boost and his folks, if it is false, they'll be coming out pretty soon to let us know, yeah, there's Yap, right? There's Yep or there's Cap, you know what I mean? They'll be out pretty soon to let us know. But I think it's a good idea. Eddie Hearn does have a unique way of building up boxers, right? The zone fighters, they do have that consistent fighting, right? They do have they are consistently in the ring, they are consistently fighting, whether we feel like they bums, you know what I mean, or whatnot. You know what I mean? That'll be a good way for Boost to stay active. He'll be fighting on the biggest stage, on the biggest platforms. He'll always be a main event, and it'll give him a chance to be introduced to a new demographic of people, right? He'll be fighting in America, building up his profile, here, right, while being shown in overseas, in the UK, and in different countries, Australia. You know what I mean? Like my brother DS, while building his profile over there as well. I think it makes perfect sense. And you got like Conor Bean and you got Virgil Ortiz fights, you know what I mean, over there as well. I just think, it makes, a whole lot of sense, right? Because talent-wise, Boots really can't be messed with. It's just about Boots, pretty much at this point, building up his profile, right? But that's all I get. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time with this, man. Just wanted to drop that little tad bit on y'all skin, the heart of race 7T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but it's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out.